actually do time-lapse in Photoshop now. It's pretty cool. So what time-lapse is this, is you take a series of photographs, and these were all, I shot these at Times Square last year, or this year actually, and so basically what I did is I put the camera on a tripod and used an intervalometer. An intervalometer allows you to take photographs at a certain amount of time. So I set the camera to take a photograph every 10 seconds. So basically what happens is you take a series of photographs, every 10 seconds. That means you take about 6 photographs every minute. Now when you're playing at 30 frames per second, you can imagine you get a few minutes worth of photographs into every second. You know what I'm saying? So what it does is it speeds up time. And you've seen it on TV, you've seen it on movies, you've seen it all over the place. Time-lapse is very, very popular right now. So, it takes a long time. You've got to be really patient. I've got hundreds of photos. I think there's about 300 photographs in here to create a few seconds worth of action. Now, what I wanted to show you, though, is that you can actually preview time-lapse in Bridge. So here we are in Bridge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all by hitting Command-A, and that would be Control-A on Windows. I forgot to ask, how many Windows users are there? And Mac users? Okay. So what we're going to do then is we've selected all the photographs, and I can see here it's telling me I've got 297 photographs here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to right-click on here, with them all selected, not like that. Let's try the Control-click. And what we're going to do is we're going to go under the stacking, and we're going to stack these together. So we group as a stack. And then what it does is it groups these into one stack. Now that's not new in CS6, that's actually been around for a while. But then what happened in CS5, if we zoom in, it's so funny because usually this, when I zoom all the way in, it's usually like filling the whole screen when I do presentations. It's funny. In CS5, they added this little button where you could click this little button and it would start to play back all the images in a stack. So you can see what it's doing right now is it's going through and it's slowly playing the images in the stack. So it's kind of interesting. We're previewing our stack, but it's not really giving us a true, sense of what's happening. So CS6 is a new feature in Bridge, and as far as I can tell, it's the only new feature in Bridge. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to know what else is new, but that's what I discovered, was if I go under here, under the stacking, there's an option called frame rate. And if I change this frame rate to 24 frames per second, and now go back and hit the play button, I can actually preview my time-lapse. Look at that. And I could have chose 30 frames per second, but I figured, if it takes that many photos to get action, I'm going to milk it for everything I can get. So we'll go for 24. All right, so that's cool. So you can look at it and go, okay, this is neat. I think this is going to work. I think I can actually create a time-lapse out of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Photoshop. And we're going to go in Photoshop here, and we're going to choose File, Open. And I want to open one of these files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the very first one here inside of Photoshop. But notice there's a new option here at the bottom. Image sequence. This used to be, I used to use After Effects for this. I mean, I still do that. But now I can in Photoshop as well. So if I choose Open, I choose Image Sequence, I click Open, and it gives me to choose a frame rate. So I'm going to choose 24 frames per second, click OK, and I'm done. Just like that, and hit the space bar to play it, and there we go. Time-lapse video inside of Photoshop. How cool is that?